French player, a French coach now. So
Yeah,
we should talk about the Ligue 1 title race. So
close.
Lille,
It's so close. Yeah, Lille under I think it's Christophe Gaultier.
yeah, the
It
coach.
is. They've just been an amazing team to watch. I mean, a couple years ago, it might not even have been a couple years ago, but Lille were in financial trouble. They
Mm-hmm.
were, right? That's why they sold Pepe. That's why
Yeah,
they yeah. And luckily, Arsenal. Unfortunately, if we have Arsenal fans listening here, they might not like this next soundbite. But I mean,
mm.
that's why. Hey, they jacked up the price. Somebody was willing to pay it, and
Luís
man,
Campos.
they saved themselves for it. But yeah, Q Gaultier bringing this team together, and they've got the upper hand right now. It's up to them. They win their last two games, it's over. They beat PSG with a salary dump or salary cap, whatever you want to call it, salary shell out, so much less than PSG.
Lille,
Um,
Lille have been doing top management. One of the
yeah,
best clubs buying and selling.
yeah.
Uh, they got Rafael Leão on a free. They got was Pepe like 11 million, 11 or 12 million.
Yeah.
I saw an interview of Luis Campos just saying it was just so obvious for me. Pepe was such a stud, and I was there thinking, I think you have no idea how special you are, Luis Campos. So he even got Angel Gomez from
Yeah.
and everybody knew he was really good. It's the size, but
Mhm.
yeah, amazing finds. But I wanted you to speak more about Jonathan David because you know him better than I do, the Canadian player. What are your thoughts on? He had a rough start, didn't he?
He did. Absolutely. I mean, price tag put on his head definitely made you think
Yeah,
you should have hit the ground running. You should have been scoring goals from the
yeah.
get go, and it didn't happen. It didn't certainly didn't happen the way he came storming onto the scene. He was at the in the Jupiler Pro League in Belgium,
Mm.
and had just an absolutely monster year for Ghent, and double-digit goals plus. Might have even cracked 20 over there,
Yeah,
and was just absolutely phenomenal. And then, yeah, not surprisingly, well, actually, it was surprising that it was Leo that ended up winning the race to get him. But for them to come in, it was the first time they'd actually spent a big chunk of, I believe, that Pepe money. I could be wrong about that. And
you're right.
they expected things right away. And yeah, he didn't hit the ground running. He just didn't. He didn't. In fact, people were saying this is not the player that we expected. This is we want a refund. And
They did it.
ultimately, he's proved them wrong. Absolutely proved them wrong. He is
Facts.
instrumental in these last, I want to say, since around Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
He's put in 12, 13, 14 goals, and they're sitting 1 point above PSG. But yeah, you take Jonathan David, he's Canadian. You
Yeah,
take it Alfonso Davies, Canadian.
Canadian.
Both of them, 21 or younger. That's a future that even as an American, you got to be worried about it. Yeah,
Canada has another player there, Eustáquio, Steven Eustáquio,
yes,
midfielder. I like
yeah,
him a lot. He's very good
okay,
at Passos Ferreira. He's
okay.
gonna leave Passos Ferreira. Pepe, the coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good team. Very good team. Steven Eustáquio. Remember the
Yeah,
name.
I
Another
do remember.
Canadian.
I mean, I do remember the name.
Went to Mexico. It was really really weird. That was such a weird move. And
It is.
yeah, don't know what happened. Yeah, he went
Yeah.
to Mexico and then now he's back at us. I don't know too much about it, but
Okay.
I wasn't expecting it. But
Well,
he's
I
a
don't.
player. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries. I mean, and when it comes down to it, it's going to be David. It's going to be Davies. David and Davies.
Yeah.
Right. It sounds like a comedy troupe or something, but they're going to be ruling, or at least giving Canadian fans hopes that they can get to a World Cup again. I
Hmm.
don't remember. It could be 90. I don't remember the last time that Canada has actually been in the World Cup. They won't have to wait in 2026 because they'll be joint hosting. But ultimately, Jonathan David has been absolutely phenomenal as of late, scoring any which way, and linking up with They've gotten a few more years out of this Yilmaz, and I've probably
Yilmaz.
butchered his last name.
26 games, 15 goals.
Yeah, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. But really, you take Jonathan David,
Wow.
but it doesn't stop there. Jonathan David isn't even the best player on the team when it comes down to it. It was a find. It was a cast-off. It was Sven Botman, a cast-off from Ajax.
I love Sven Botman. And Jose Font. Respect to Jose Font. Jose Font is doing such a good campaign too.
Yeah.
Oh, Jose Font and Sven Botman. Botman
Absolutely.
is so good. I'm so excited for all these Dutch players.
Yeah, and that's one where if you didn't learn your lesson already, there are players in whether it's Ajax's academy, Feyenoord's academy, PSV Eindhoven's academy
AZ
that won't make the cut. And Sven Botman was one of them. I believe he was brought in for 8-9 million euros. And clearly, if he's sold today, he's 40-50 million. Might be a little inflated, but he is leading in a whole lot of categories in Ligue1 and just been phenomenal. And a massive, massive reason why they are even, where they are right now. And I have to shout out. I got to do another shout out very quickly to a guy like Timothy Weah, who another U.S. I'm not going to call him a stud yet, but he is certainly on his way to, if he stays healthy, and he's had injury issues. He's the type of guy that one-on-one is fearless, absolutely fearless, will take anybody on, has scored some big goals for them, actually started out at PSG, made his way over to Lille, and actually
was it Celtic, right?
Yeah, went to Celtic on loan for a while and actually did pretty well. But when it comes down to it, it has been great to see him healthy this year, and he's been pretty important for them down the home stretch. And I hope it continues. But they've got two big ones coming up, and we'll see if they can hold off PSG.
I'm a huge fan. You know who at Lille, Gnat Sanch.
Oh yeah,
Gnat Sanch, that Euro 2016. Still, I think he'll leave. I think he's gonna leave though. Saw some rumors about Roma wanting Gnat Sanch. Mourinho.
There you go. I mean, if it comes down to it, they do have to get on a path of financial surplus if they can, and not that you want to let go of a guy that has had a resurgence there. Disappears every now and again, right? But he's had some phenomenal games for them, some phenomenal stretches. I do think if you can sell him off to a Roma, it makes sense.
They'd sell him for, I think, 20 to 30 million, no?
Probably, yeah.
So Lille's gonna win Liga.
Yeah, I do think so. I'm gonna say it. I mean, there's nobody in their way right now that should scare the crap out of them. They got past, I believe, Lyon the other day, and that was one of their last real tough tests. And all they got to do is actually bring it home. But hey, their fate is in their hands. Whereas PSG, think about this: Neymar and Mbappe have to sit there, twiddle their thumbs, and wonder whether or not Lille is going to mess up because they can't alter fate. They cannot alter the power that Lille has right now in terms of deciding whether or not they are going to be Ligue 1 champions. But what has been amazing has been, the Bundesliga. Okay, Bayern ran away with it, right? The Premier League, City ran away with it. This Ligue 1 race has been amazing to watch.
La Liga.